Now, this is an example from a real estate company that we're always getting little flyers in the mail from them. And on the back side, it's got a listing of homes that are sold. And on the front side, it's got this kind of thing. So the top one is what they typically send us, and it's pure company outcome focused marketing. You see, it's all about them and the agent in particular. So let's take a look at it. Starts off thinking of selling in the Beaudesert area. So that at least calls out to people who are thinking of selling. But then it goes straight into, then you should be speaking to Suzanne Hardingham, your local RE/MAX agent. And the bullet points, Suzanne lives and operates in the Beaudesert area. So do all the other agents around here. Suzanne is a fully licensed real estate agent. So are most of the other agents around here. It's a statutory requirement that you've got to have a license to sell real estate. Member of the RE/MAX 100% Club. Big deal. Why should I care that she's winning awards? How does that affect me? What's in that for me? Suzanne has extensive experience in both rural and residential properties. So have most of the other agents here because it's a rural and a residential area. It hints at proven techniques to get your property sold, but everyone does the same thing. They've all got the same kind of techniques. There's nothing really new in real estate. RE/MAX provides internet exposure to over 10 websites. So does everybody else. RE/MAX is the only local agency with coverage in 80 countries. Well, how does that affect me? Do I really care that they've got coverage in 80 countries? Most of the buyers are going to come from locally anyway. Nobody in the world sells more real estate than RE/MAX. Big deal. How does that affect me? What's in that for me? So you can see the whole thing is company outcome focused. Look at me. Look how good I am. Look how big I am. Look how great I am. Every one of these things we get in the mail is exactly the same. They use different words, but they're all about the agent, how good they are. When you compare that to the one on the bottom, it's completely customer outcome focused. So it asks the same question. Thinking of selling your home? Download our free guide that reveals the 5 most expensive mistakes sellers make and how you can avoid them. So it's a benefit to the seller. They don't want to make mistakes. People are scared of making mistakes. They don't want to feel embarrassed. They don't want to look like an idiot in front of their family and friends. So when you can offer them something that will help them avoid making mistakes, you've got their attention. Then the copy says, get a free copy of our new guide which shows you how to sell your home for the highest possible price in the shortest possible time with less pressure, anxiety and stress. The outcome that they want. High price, short time, less pressure, anxiety and stress. And when you're selling a home, it's a very stressful time. Got a lot of things competing for your attention all the time, and selling your home just adds another layer of stress to the equation. Then it says you'll also learn how to save valuable time and money when you want to sell your home or investment property. Then there's 3 ways to get it. You can scan that QR code with your smartphone and it will send you to a website where you just put your email address in. You can send a blank email to an email address, or you can visit the website and go and download it there. Those links aren't real links, of course. They're just there for example purposes. But you get the idea. It's completely customer outcome focused. It's not one and done. It's trying to get people onto a list so that we can follow up with them. And in this example, this is very similar to what I'm doing for a client of mine. And people go to the website, they opt in to get the free guide, and then we follow up with them for weeks and weeks afterwards. Just every few days we'll send them another piece of helpful information. It might be a video, it might be a price guide, it might be a report that tells them how to present their home. There's all kinds of useful, helpful information that none of these other agents are sending anybody because they're going straight in and call me now for a free market appraisal. Free market appraisal is, will you marry me? They're saying, will you marry me by giving a market appraisal? That's the last step in the process of selling your home before you actually sell it. And people know that if you call for a market appraisal, you're going to have some real estate agent turn up at your door with a bunch of paperwork and they're going to try and pressure you into selling your home with them. And then they're going to lock you into a 90-day contract that you can't get out of, and whether they suck or whether they're great, you're stuck with them. So you've got to be able to build a relationship with your prospects before you can go and ask them for a market appraisal. People don't see that. They just jump straight in, let me appraise your home. That's like 10 steps down the path from, hey honey, I'd like to move. Well, I don't know who to choose. Who should we choose? And then people start looking around. And when they see an ad like this, it might be 6 months before they decide to move. They're much more likely to get on your lists. It's a soft opening. They can get on this list. They can download your free guide. You can build a relationship with them. And it's working really well for this client of mine because by the time people have heard from him 10, 15 times, all this free, valuable content that he's sending them, they know him, they like him. He's positioned himself as an expert in the local market. None of the other agents are doing anything like that. They're all saying, sell with me, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, we can sell your home. They're not helping. And what he's doing, he's helping them by actually helping them. So by the time they've heard from him over and over again, they feel like they know him, and then one of the emails will trigger a phone call. And once he has the phone call, then he can start building a personal relationship with these people, and 9 times out of 10 they'll go and list their home through him because they feel like they know him and they can trust him. So that's a good example of how company outcome focus differs completely from what a customer outcome focus would look like in the real estate market.